Neil Johnson, and I'm so excited to be with you. Cracker Barrel got the Bud Light treatment, and then now they have completely recanted everything, folks. So it's not just the logo. I've covered this before. You guys know it was about much more than the logo. It was about everything going on behind the scenes at that company to promote all of these nasty pride events with drag queens in front of kids and all of it. It's just gross. And it's not their base. This is like Bud Light doing their thing and going around and alienating their customer base and going from the #1 beer in the nation to number 19. I mean, that's exactly what this was like. It's almost like Bud Light's over here going, man, we really messed up. Nobody can do worse than us. And Cracker Barrel's way, hold my beer. You know that whole joke? Folks, I am telling you, they have caved on everything. You're going to love this report. Please smash that like. Chat in with where you're from, because this is winning, folks. Don't ever kid yourself. Winning the culture war is how you win elections. It's how you change the country. This is absolutely huge. And I want to remind you that the CEO just a few days ago was bald-faced lying to us. Now, I love the Cracker Barrel. I've told you this before. I mean, they're just a quick roadside exit for me. I know their call items because I used to work there. So if I want something really fast, I just ask for a roast beef dinner. They'll have it out to me in seconds, okay? Because it's just sitting there and it's ready to roll. Because, you know, roast beef, it's sitting there, it's all roasted, it's just in the warmer, it's moist, it's tender, it's beautiful. I think they 13 hours slow roast that roast beef. Now, it turns out that some of their food quality has gone downhill. We're going to talk about that also. Maybe we need to start a campaign to solve a few of their issues, because I have complained at the restaurants themselves. Okay, so this is really big. I'm really excited about it. Again, please go check out my sponsor, Birch Gold, folks. Text Lumberjack to 989898 to get your free info kit on gold and silver. This silver that I bought at $19 an ounce is now worth twice as much money. These are American Silver Eagles. You can get that. You can get physical gold and silver converted into an IRA. Or take an existing IRA or 401k, convert to that, or take money, put it in a tax-sheltered savings with physical, tangible gold and silver. Not this stuff on the Comex, not saying, oh, we've got gold and silver on paper. No. I mean, with the mess up Federal Reserve we've got, folks, I just don't trust those things. But I got to share. I'm gonna hold it. I'm going to go ghetto on you here. All right. Just telling you. I just did this live from my phone quick. I did not set it up in StreamYard, but I want to share with you. This is just a reminder, okay? So here we go.
Honestly, the feedback's been overwhelmingly positive that people like what we're doing. I'll give you another soundbite. I actually happened to be in Orlando last week with all of our managers. We bring them together.
Wait. If it's overwhelmingly positive, folks, why did she change the logo? Why have they now ditched all the policies?
Every other year. And the number one question that I got asked, Michael, was, how can I get a remodel? When can I get a remodel? How do I get on the list?
Oh, really?
So because the feedback and the buzz is so good, not only from our customers, but from our team members. They want to work in a wonderful restaurant. So we're doing everything for our guests and our team members. Honestly, the feedback's been overwhelming.
Everything for our guests and our team members. No, they're not. No, they're not, folks. Because they didn't do it for me. They didn't do it for me. One of their guests. Actually, and a team member, I used to work there. It was years ago. Couldn't make it without me. The store closed after I left. They are complete liars. Liars. Okay? Because if all that stuff that she said was true just 3 days ago, why have they ditched the new logo? And why have they now, I've got to read to you, folks, because this is big. They've ditched it all. This is so awesome. I just can't. I'm so excited about this. I don't think people understand how big these wins are. I saw somebody the other day, and they were commenting about, what was it? They were commenting about election integrity and about how they wish people could get this fired up about election integrity. I get the comment, and he's a friend, okay? And I totally get the comment, because people were excited about Cracker Barrel caving. Just on the logo. Now they've caved on everything. But back then it was just the logo, right? And I did comment on the post because I understand his sentiment. And you're right. We don't get free and fair elections. We don't win. But this is all part of the battle to me. Do you guys understand that? Somebody from Tennessee, David from Cracker Barrel from Lebanon, Tennessee. I don't know how close you are to the headquarters of Cracker Barrel, but anyways, do smash that like, do chat in with where you're from. But you know, I get it, because people have lost the focus on election integrity. But I got so excited about Bud Light, and I'm so excited about this, and I won't be shamed in saying, oh, this isn't important, because it actually is. If you want election integrity, you win across the board. Am I making sense to y'all? You have to win across the board. You have to show that your cause is just, that it's right, all of that. And that's how you win. She should be fired. She'll get a golden parachute if she does get fired. You know, what's the stock price off? 20%? 20%. But it was positive. Everybody wanted it. Just Cracker Barrel from Fox News. Cracker Barrel confirms removing Pride page, changes to business resource groups. Okay? Cracker Barrel confirmed it had removed the Pride section from its website and claimed it made changes to its business resource groups in a statement obtained exclusively by Fox News Digital. This, by the way, is the result of the work of Robbie Starbuck. Don't ever kid yourself. The guy's got a huge megaphone. I get stories from this guy. He has people on the inside of the companies emailing him on what's going on and if they're actually following through on this stuff. So this is really important. So listen to this. In connection, this is so classic corporate America BS, but I'm still glad about it. Okay, just understand that. In connection with the company's brand work, we have recently made updates to the Cracker Barrel website, including adding new content and removing out-of-date content. Yeah, so it's the Pride section's out of date, folks. Here. Cheers, baby. Okay, this is so good. A Cracker Barrel spokesperson told Fox News Digital. Cracker Barrel's Pride page, which listed, god darn ads on Fox News, just change the page all the time. Cracker Barrel's Pride page, which listed the Nashville Pride Parade it sponsored, was no longer visible on its website when Fox News Digital checked Wednesday. The website link for the page now redirects to the restaurant chain's culture and belonging site. At Cracker Barrel, welcoming people has always been at the heart of who we are. When we take care of one another, we are able to take even better care of the people who walk through our doors, the page states. The Old Country store was under intense scrutiny by conservative activists, including Robbie Starbuck and Chris Rufo, over its past support of LGBT causes. Cracker Barrel previously sponsored the 2024 Nashville Pride Parade and unveiled a line of rainbow-colored rocking chairs for Pride Month. The company also has an LGBT business resource group called the LGBTQ+ Alliance, along with groups for veterans and other communities. The spokesman also confirms to Fox News Digital that Cracker Barrel changed its BRGs months ago to focus more on brand's corporate giving objectives. While the BRGs were all still listed on the company's culture and belonging page Wednesday, they have all since been removed. Several months ago, the company also made changes to our BRGs that now focus all sponsorships or events on our corporate giving initiatives, addressing food insecurity, supporting community needs through food, and reducing food waste, the Cracker Barrel spokesperson said. In other words, no more pride parades, folks. The founder of Cracker Barrel's LGBT group later served on the Human Rights Campaign's Business Advisory Council. The HRC is known for its Corporate Equality Index, which rates companies on LGBT workplace policies. Critics argue the HRC uses the index to pressure corporations into adopting progressive policies. This is all going back to the whole BlackRock, State Street Capital, Vanguard, having all these people on these boards forcing them to do this, okay? Look, I read a comment here. I just saw. David M. said, Cracker Barrel was one of my favorite places, ridiculous and stupid. Exactly. Now, I want to see him fire the CEO. How many of you want the CEO gone? Okay? I mean, I'm sure she's going to get a $40 million golden parachute on the way out the door. I just want her gone. I want her gone. But how many of you want her gone? That being said, the fact that they've done all this, I'll eat at Cracker Barrel again. Okay? I don't know where you guys are at, but I will. Okay? I'll do it because once they make those changes, I'm okay with rewarding those changes. I don't hold them in contempt forever. Okay? I just don't. It's not the way I operate. It's not the way I operate with people. If somebody actually is a sincere apology and they make changes, I'm not going to hold it against them forever. I don't think that's healthy. It's not healthy for you. It's just not. Otherwise, why are you asking them to change? Why are you even asking them to change? Because if you're not willing to support them when they do change, what's the incentive for them to change? Okay. Hey, look at this. Mark is in Lebanon, Tennessee. Where the Cracker Barrel corporate office is. Fire back. Yeah, cool. All right. Awesome. So, way too fattening. Pepperhead. Okay. I don't know. You know, I don't feel fat, and I like the Cracker Barrel. But you know, I teach group cycle and all that, and I eat very healthy. You know, I don't. Yeah, food sucks. There, Moon Pie says. I like the food, but here is the problem with the food. So have you guys had their biscuits lately? Has anybody had their biscuits? Okay, have you eaten at a Cracker Barrel in the last year? So they made buttermilk biscuits fresh daily. Okay, buttermilk biscuits fresh daily. And also the cornbread muffins. Now, my standard fare at the Cracker Barrel was Country Boy breakfast, steak medium rare, eggs scrambled. I want my grits, otherwise they don't give them to you. I don't want the sawmill gravy. I want a buttermilk biscuit and a cornbread, and then I slather it with butter and honey, okay? And I got the fried apples. Here's the problem. They now only make the biscuits on the weekends, is what I've been finding out. And I was wondering because the biscuits didn't taste as good. So they're making them on the weekend, so you get fresh biscuits on the weekend. But if you're there during the week, you're getting frozen, reheated biscuits. That's why the biscuits are bad, okay? Now, the other thing is the steak is now steak bits. It's not steak. I thought Northerners didn't like grits. I like grits just fine. I like them with butter. Anyways, that's not my idea of good food. I don't care. You can have your own idea of good food, okay? I mean, I really don't. I mean, everybody likes different food. I like breakfast food, and I like steak and eggs, and I like the seasoning they put on the steak. So I'm excited. But here, I got to go on and read the rest of the article. That was just a little aside on their food problems. So we can all let them know we want our real steak back, and we want our biscuits and cornbread made fresh every day, for Pete's sakes. This is how these CEOs wreck companies. Okay, they wreck them by efficiencies. Okay, and then they raise the prices. We get less steak now, and we're getting charged more money. And I know part of that's inflation. Anyways, I'll get back to this. Cracker Barrel previously told Fox News Digital it has not participated in the Human Rights Campaign Index or had any affiliation with HRC in several years. Cracker Barrel received a score of 0 on the inaugural index in 2002. I remember this, because all this LGBTQ crowd, they hated Cracker Barrel. So why was Cracker Barrel trying to appease the people they hated? It's the dumbest idea of branding. Know your customer base, okay? The chain was criticized in the 1990s for discrimination against homosexual employees. In 1991, the company adopted a corporate policy stating that any worker who failed to demonstrate normal heterosexual values would be fired. Oh, how far they've fallen. Check that out. In 1991, the company adopted a corporate policy stating that any worker who failed to demonstrate normal heterosexual values would be fired. Can you imagine if a company came out and did that today? I think I might go eat there. How many of you, if a company went out and said that today, would go eat at that restaurant? Yes or no? I'm just curious. How many would want to go eat at that restaurant? Oh, 11 employees were terminated under the rule, leading to boycotts and protests nationwide. Over time, Cracker Barrel's HRC score improved, reaching 80 in 2021 after the company took several public pro-LGBTQ stances. In 2014, it pulled Duck Dynasty products from its shelves after star Phil Robertson made remarks that many deemed to be homophobic. In 2019, the restaurant chain barred a pastor from hosting an event at one of its 660 locations after he preached that homosexuals were freaks and animals and worthy of death in a sermon. Okay, well, so that's crossed the line. I mean, Christ did not come to die simply for the righteous, but for the unrighteous, because none are righteous without Christ. So it's okay to call it wrong, but to then label people as they should be. Did he say they should be dead? I think worthy of death. Yeah. Okay. We're all worthy of death. Ridiculous. Okay. That's not a good statement. Cracker Barrel has been subject to mass consumer outrage over efforts to rebrand and redesign its restaurants. The new interiors dropped the kitschy Americana aesthetic Cracker Barrel was known for in favor of a scaled-down modernist theme. And the new simplified logo dropped Uncle Herschel. But that's back. Everything's back. They're out of the HRC. Believe me, though, to make this really happen, to make all the good things happen, the head of marketing and the CEO need to be canned. I love y'all. Keep fighting the good fight. I was so excited about this news, though. See you on the next episode. Peace out.